everybody, and welcome to another system video. My name is Viola, and I am the host of the Cerebra system here on the TransenDID channel on YouTube. On this channel, we discuss DID topics, various mental health things, we do vlogs, we do gaming, but our main focus is, of course, DID. I know this intro keeps changing every time, I'm still trying to get it down pat, and I apologize. Anyway, today we're going to introduce you to another one of my others. I use the term other because alter sounds a little bit too religious for my taste, honestly. I'll be real with you. That's the main reason I don't really use it. Plus, it also just sounds a little too heavy-handed for me. I do use it when describing certain types of others because it's, it's on my phone and I read it as is, just so there's no confusion. Anyway, the other I want to introduce you guys to today is Joy. Joy is a bit of an anomaly to me. I don't know too much about her. I know where she lives, I know her personality, I don't really know her role. And I don't know where she came from. That is kind of the problem here. And I was very hesitant to make this video for that reason because I don't know much. But anyway, let's kind of start off where she lives. I've mentioned this in my Amethyst Forest video, but if you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. It's very informative to a part of my inner world. Joy lives in a part of Amethyst Forest in her own little nook that is on the opposite side of the road to Debbie, Anna, and Pan. It's kind of like like the road's going this way. It's kind of like a trident, basically. It's got that kind of three-pronged sort of deal. You got a road going this way, and then to Whiplash. Whiplash Desert is another place I've already talked about, just so we're clear. Going this direction, you'll reach Joy's house. It's a little bit of a walk, but it is a very nice nature walk. You get to see the kind of shady amethyst forest and the fog, kind of dissipate into a very sunny sort of, I'm trying to think what the word I used for that was. I guess I'll call it a glen, basically. She has her own kind of nook in the forest. It's a circle of trees. And her house is a freaking gingerbread house. I don't know if it's actual gingerbread or she just designed it that way. I know nothing. It is very much Disney-esque. I'm going to be 100% real with you, and it does match her personality. The sun's always shining, there's never a cloud in the sky. Basically, there's the smell of sweets in the air. There is a little river. That's something I didn't mention before. I didn't mention there was a river, which there is. It goes kind of behind her house into a little pond, which I think is kind of cool. She has a garden. It's just a happy place to be. Essentially, oh, and there's also a rainbow above her house. I always have to point that out because it's one of her favorite things. She loves that rainbow. She said it makes her happy. So, who am I to complain? When it comes to Joy, I'm really not entirely sure what her role is. I don't even know what type of other she is. We've kind of reached this consensus, Serenity and I, that she may very well be a fragment. A fragment is a type of other that is not really catered to a role, as far as I'm aware. They hold on to a specific memory, a specific feeling, or emotion. It is very much one note, and I believe Joy, true to her name, holds on to past happiness, which honestly would be very interesting if that is the case. And it would explain why she's just constantly so bubbly and so happy and everything. Now, Joy's appearance is very unique. Like a lot of my female others in my system, she is curvy. Not intensely, though, like some of my other ones. Like, definitely not like Lulu. Lulu is... she's like a little... she's very curvaceous and very busty and everything. While Joy does have some curves to her, she's not, like, really out there. She's generally... how do I explain this? She's not flat-chested. She is perky. Let's just call her perky for her appearance. She has a short, blonde, kind of bob haircut. Sorry, I'm kind of struggling with my voice right now. A short bob haircut that goes to about here. She wears pink all the time, pink tank tops, and she wears shorts because she likes to feel the grass on her legs and everything. And I believe that she wears sneakers a lot. See, it's little things like that. She is a pale-skinned, blue-eyed, blonde, with a, I wouldn't say ditzy, but bubbly, overly cheerful personality. I think if I wanted to compare her to a character in media, I'd compare her to Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. She is overly bubbly, happy, but the difference is that she doesn't really get sad that often. I don't think I've ever even heard of her getting sad, which is the crazy part. I'm sure she does. And if she really does, she hides it very well. The thing with Joy is, she does communicate with others in my system. The main people that she'll talk to, though, she'll occasionally talk to Serenity. Usually it's over tea. She likes her sweet tea. Can't really blame her. She'll talk to Deppy and Anna and Pan. I don't think she really has any other connections to anybody else. As far as I'm aware, she might talk to Valerie, who is another other I gotta talk about, who lives in a separate area. Though, I'm not sure. And this is what's really bugging me, is there's a lot I don't know. I do believe that she is a fragment, like I mentioned, meaning, you know, like I said, she holds onto a specific emotion. Or maybe she holds on to happy memories. I'm really confused about this whole thing. Like, I don't know how to handle this one. And she's by no means the only one. I've also mentioned in my fragment video that Nona, one of my more recent additions to the system, may also be a fragment. Because I don't know what her role is or anything. When it comes to her relationships with everyone else, though, anybody she comes in contact with is, you know, they feel better. So, maybe she does have a role. Man, it's making me dissociate a little bit just thinking about it. Like, this is really kind of just... Sorry. I'm having a moment here. Like, when I overthink about this kind of stuff, it does make me kind of dissociate a little bit. I'm very sorry for that. Like, I don't mean to, like, stare off in the middle of a video, but sometimes this kind of thing can happen. And I don't know if I'm feeling switchy. I don't know. And I've made it kind of a personal goal not to switch on camera if I can help it. I kind of want to handle this myself, because YouTube is my thing. If I do switch on camera, there's a good reason for it, but most of the time, there's an understanding that we do not, you know, do that just randomly for various reasons. Not this time, sorry. Joy actually just talked to me and said, "Come on, I want to come out. Like, I want to say hi." Honestly, I'm not really in a good space to do that, to switch right now. Like, not on camera. Like, and I feel bad saying no, but sometimes I gotta step in and be like, no, not right now. Oh, Joy. No. I think she's gonna keep bugging me until I let her come out. I think part of my problem with situations like you're seeing now are that I don't generally know how to switch actively. Like, I don't know how to make it happen. Usually it's when my mind kind of can't handle it anymore, and I'm sorry I keep staring off and everything. This doesn't happen usually on these videos. I think she's just really intrigued with YouTube, which kind of makes me even more confused, honestly. Because this whole thing, like, of her being a fragment, maybe that's not right. Thank you, Serenity. I appreciate it. Alright, so Serenity stepped in. She said, "Don't worry, continue your video, I'll handle Joy." Because and that is one personality trait that getting back on track here. That's one personality trait I don't hate about Joy, but it does get a little frustrating, is that if she wants to do something, she'll keep bugging you. She'll keep bugging me until it happens, essentially. And what I'm wondering is there a role that kind of fits her personality of, like, somebody who helps, who, like, is kind of a joy giver, who kind of makes people happy? If you know, please comment. And please be nice about it. This whole thing is really new to me. I'm still learning so much every single time I do one of these videos. But honestly, I'm going to stick with the fragment idea for right now, because I really am not sure. Usually at this point I kind of to the point where, like, how did she get into the system? How did this happen? I don't know. And that's, like I said, it's something that's frustrating. I don't know. And I hate saying I don't know, because I make these videos to educate people about my system. And when I don't know, it's kind of frustrating. But anyway, I think I rambled on enough, and I'm going to deal with this kind of feeling in my head right now. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by. I always do. If you like what we do here, like, comment, subscribe, all that good kind of stuff. It helps me out a lot, especially with this algorithm. It is a mess. Trust me. The copy stuff has really thrown off my game. And remember, you're beautiful, you're valued, you're important. That is very, very, very important to me and everyone up here. And I will see you in the next video that I make. So until then, goodbye.